Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. In tonight's video, I'll be discussing my thoughts on that shocking, surprising, WTF F-bomb filled episode of Fear the Walking Dead. The 2-hour season finale just aired moments ago. I just got done watching it. Man, it really surprised me. The whole thing, I was like, damn, right there at the ending too, I was like, shit, man. Anyway, before I go on, of course, please be warned that this video will be full of big spoilers regarding the season finale. So if you're not caught up on Fear the Walking Dead by this episode or the past couple episodes, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. This episode surprised me. I wasn't surprised to see Troy die. I was surprised about who killed him, because I thought it would have been kind of cool to have Daniel kill him once Daniel knew the truth that it was Troy who was responsible for Ophelia's death. But then apparently Nick convinced him otherwise. It was Jake who was already dead. But we really didn't get a clear answer as to whether or not Daniel believed him and if he planned on killing Troy himself. Obviously it didn't matter because Madison killed Troy, which was satisfying to watch. It was kind of shocking because at first I thought she slapped him or punched him with her fist, but then when he but then when she smacks him again and I see the hammer, I'm like, oh shit, she just hit him twice with the hammer. Ooh. And then we see the big wound right there in the temple. I'm like, oh man, did she not kill him? And is he going to come back to life somehow? Or is he going to be revealed to be alive? Because I thought what they were going to do was that he would reveal to somehow survive a traumatic head injury. And, then he would be killed by Daniel, and Daniel would save, Nick and Madison from Troy. But apparently Madison killed him, and you know what? I'm okay with that, because Troy had got to go. But the whole thing that baffled me about this whole episode is, why was Nick protecting and defending Troy? Is it because he reminded him of himself so much as this misfit, this misunderstood outcast? I mean, I don't think he was that misunderstood. The guy was a freaking psychopath. But it's like, why, Nick? Why are you protecting him or defending him? It was getting annoying. Why are you protecting this guy? He's clearly a liability. He's dangerous. And Madison finally ended him, and I applaud her for that. In fact, I was doing a little bit of applauding when that happened, because I was like, good riddance, But, and then I was also surprised because I was also shocked with this episode because Strand was way more emotional than we had ever seen him before. And I know what he did was kind of despicable, selling out the dam, but he did have the good grace to warn the people he cared about in advance. Clearly he doesn't care about Daniel that much. Well, maybe in a weird way he does, but he was going to tell Daniel because Daniel would have killed him outright and had stopped the attack from happening. Which was a cool siege scene, by the way. I liked the little gunfight between the motorcycle gang and what was I saying? The motorcycle gang and the dam workers. I thought that was a cool little gun scene. Too bad about Ifran and Lola. That was hard to watch. Both of them, right through the head. Damn. I mean, hopefully it was quick and somewhat painless for both of them, but shit. And then I really thought we were going to see Nick die. I thought, wow, this is it. They're finally going to kill Nick. But nope, as soon as he hit that button, the dam started to fall, but he didn't necessarily die right away. It's not like it's not like he was incinerated in flames. As far as we know, him, Daniel, Proctor John, and his men, all of them got out of there because the dam was slowly collapsing, so they would have had more than enough time to skedaddle out of there. And like I said, I really and it was shocking to see Strand, and you could see that Strand was shocked that not only did he shoot Daniel, but that of course he also survived. But you can also tell it rattled him because, as Daniel pointed out, you're a con man, but you're not a killer. So you see, Strand may be a bit sneaky and a bit sleazy, but he's not a murderer. And I think he does have a conscience. Now, unfortunately, he does put himself ahead of others, but I don't think he's necessarily a purely evil man. An evil man would be Proctor John. threatening to kill the doctor and Alicia if he dies on the operating table. And threatening to massacre the whole Clark family, or he was going to execute them and make them all watch each other's deaths. Now that is evil, and Strand was at least trying to save the Clark family, and I really hope Strand is alive, and Alicia, and Daniel, and Nick, because their fates were really left up in the air. Because we saw the boat, the raft, got sucked underwater through the hole in the dam. And we saw Madison get out. Madison is the only character we know who survived. But her daughter and Strand and Daniel and Nick, even though Daniel grabbed Nick as if he was going to say, "What have you done?" or say, "Come on, let's get out of here." They're both just standing there. We don't know what's happened to any of them. All of our lead characters it's a bit unknown right now. Except for Walker and Crazy Dog, which was pretty cool, by the way, how they were sniping the motorcycle gang members from afar to, buy Nick some time, which I thought was pretty cool. I had a feeling something like that was going to happen earlier in the episode when they announced that they were leaving, and I thought, they might come around in the nick of time to save a few lives in an epic rescue or something like that, which they kind of did, and I didn't mind it. I still enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. But this 2-part episode, there was so much going on and so much to wrap your mind around. And it's like you're rooting for some characters, you don't want them to kill each other, but at the same time, somebody's got to die. And, many people did die, and a couple of our supporting characters did, but, Nick didn't die right away, Daniel didn't die right away. I had this horrible feeling in my stomach that Daniel was finally going to kill Strand, which honestly would have been pretty devastating because Strand is one of my favorite characters. I know that sounds odd, but there's just something so complex and mysterious about him that it makes him so damn charming and likable. I hope he's okay, and I hope everybody else is okay. But this was quite a 2-parter finale, And I loved Madison's fantasy / hallucination, because I think she was seeing all of that while she was like underwater, unconscious. And then when she woke up, we realized, obviously this was a fantasy or hallucination where they're having a big Christmas dinner. Jeremiah's head is on the platter. And then Walker chops off Jake's arm. Strand just leaves the party. He's like, "I just got here, but now I'm leaving," kind of deal. It was it was just that whole sequence, it was just very, very creepy. It was like watching, that whole sequence was like out of a horror movie. And I loved it. And it was just like, I don't know. It's difficult to explain, but I just thought how they intertwined that with like Madison's fantasy with what's really happening in real life. I thought they played that out really well. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was quite good. But God, it's just so much happened, and I guess I'm not that surprised that Daniel hasn't died yet, because clearly the guy is damn near indestructible. He is a survivor, a total badass. I mean, it's just, I guess it's not that surprising. And of course, when you realize the wound he suffered was like, Strand, because of the gun struggle, it went off and it went through his cheek, not necessarily up his throat, but it went through his cheek. Because at first I thought, now, when he first fired the gun, I'm like, oh my God, did he kill Victor? Did he kill Daniel? But then I thought, we didn't see any brains or blood come out the top of his head, so maybe he just got him in the chin. And sure enough, he just got him in the face. So now what I am curious about is if both Daniel and Strand survived the season finale and they return in season 4. Are they ever going to be able to learn to trust or live with one another? Like, or is Daniel finally going to kill Strand? Like, he just has had it with his bullshit, and he's finally going to kill him in season 4. Maybe that's what will happen in the season 4 premiere. Maybe that's what's being written. Maybe that'll be the big shocking character death in the season 4 premiere. Maybe we'll see Daniel without hesitation just kill Strand the second he sees him, which would be both incredibly shocking and kind of devastating, but at the same time, kind of makes sense, But it's very up in the air. And now that the dam's been destroyed, the water's been released to the nearby communities, it just opens up a whole new world for more storytelling. Now, personally, what I would like to see in season 4, and I'll be real quick about this, if Proctor John and most of his men survived, and they somehow pick up the tracks of Madison and her kids and Strand and Daniel, or whoever's left alive and reunites with Madison, and they just decide to, try to make it out there in the post-apocalyptic landscape. I think it'd be kind of cool to spend like the first half of season 4 with Proctor John and his men hunting Madison and the other survivors because they want revenge for foiling their plans to create this trade route from the Gulf Coast all the way down to Texas, But who knows, maybe they won't go that direction. But I don't think we've seen the last of Proctor John. There are a few moments where I thought he was going to die in this episode, but then I also thought, no, they just introduced him as our new baddie, so I don't see him going away anytime soon. So I think he'll be around for season 4. I sure hope he is, and I'm just excited for the prospect of more storytelling as to what could possibly happen to Madison and these other characters if any of them survived. So overall, very pleased with the season finale. Really enjoyed it. Parts of it surprised me. Parts of it were just perplexing, like Nick defending and protecting Troy. I'm not going to try to think about it too much because Troy is finally dead. That's what matters. So what did you guys think of the season finale earlier tonight? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were there parts that surprised you, parts that you predicted, stuff you saw coming, stuff you didn't see coming? Please leave your thoughts, opinions, and feedback down below in the comments section. You guys have been doing a phenomenal job doing that lately. Please keep up the good work. Thank you so much for your outcry of support and commentary. I absolutely love it and encourage it. Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 is set to premiere sometime next year in 2018. Stay subscribed and stay tuned to this channel for more updates for Fear the Walking Dead Season 4. And, for other topics as well, including Walking Dead and other upcoming shows and films as well. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the night. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and you get off to a good start on Monday. And, of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.